Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Welcome back for Swift Bulls. A lot of people have been asking, what are the top stocks as potential breakouts going into this month? I'm going to go over 5 stocks that look like they are turning bullish going into June. And if you guys are looking for all penny stock breakout alerts throughout the day, go to instabulls.com, click Become a Bull, and you guys can see all penny stock breakouts throughout the day. And again, I'm going to go over these 5 stocks and exactly how I plan on playing to these. So let's jump right into this one. So I'm going to go the 4 with you guys here on PLTR, as we do have a very key resistance that we want to break above on this one. Again, we did go over this one yesterday, but I want to go over this one more time here, as we do see the 20 MA crossing by the 50 here, and we have not had this happen for quite a while. Ever since we have sold off around 44.91, we have not had the 20 MA cross above the 50. We keep coming down. It looks like we keep getting rejected. Now we finally do have the 20 MA crossing above the 50 here. We're going to be looking for this one to continue with the 20 MA curling up here and crossing this specific price target here at 28.87 as a conservative breakout point. And again, going into this next week, we want this one to break over 24.72 and hold above it, and then break above that 28.87 mark as our very key point that we wanted to break above, as this is the point that we did break above when we did have our previous breakout on our bull flag that we did mention a long time ago. So again, we have our descending wedge here. It looks like we are breaking above this descending wedge that we did mention, and the 20 MA crossing above the 50 here, looking very bullish, like it can cross that 28.87 mark. Again, we have came up to around $25 multiple times, and we have been selling off. So again, that is a very key resistance to break above here at 28.87 for PLTR. And the next one I go over is GMBL. GMBL here, we see the 20 MA here starting to cross above the 50. It's just starting to cross above the 50. We had a nice spike going into after hours. I'm going to go over extended hours real quick so you guys can see exactly what happened here. The 20 MA just crossed above the 50. That's why it actually had a huge spike right before after hours. And then even into after hours, it continued to go up. So again, GMBL definitely on the watch. We are bouncing off of our previous breakout point that we did have a while back. If you guys remember, we had our bullish trend that we did have, and then we had a breakout, and then we did bounce exactly on this point at 847. So again, that is our previous breakout point, and we did have a bounce. We got a wick here and got rejected exactly at 847. So again, we're going to see if this one can continue with the 20 MA crossing to the 50. I'm very bullish on GMBL as a long play, in my opinion. GMBL is an amazing play. This is definitely going to be a huge, a very high price stock at one point or another. So again, I'm very long on GMBL, and the fact that we have 20 MA crossing above the 50 finally at these prices, in my opinion, then we could definitely have somewhat of a run here. And we will definitely be updating on GMBL in the next month, as if the 20 MA does continue to cross above the 50 and we do break above these levels here. Again, the first level that we do want to break above here is at 1335, and the second one here is at 1484. 1484 because we did get rejected multiple times exactly at that point, and we did have multiple bounces exactly at that point. So again, you can see we got bounces multiple times. We got rejected to the downside multiple times at this point, and then we did come up. We got rejected almost exactly at that point. So breaking above that 1484 mark is very key for us. And again, we do have nice bullish momentum. If it can break over that 1484 mark, then that would be the conservative breakout point. But again, just going into the next week, we want this one to break over 1335 and hold above it. Again, GMBL on the long run, I do like very much, as esports, in my opinion, is only getting started. And BNGO, I'm going to go into BNGO, and the next one I'm going to go over is NNDM, are a little bit more risky, of course, because they are very volatile and they have been on quite the sell-offs recently. So we're waiting for this one to confirm on a breakout here. We have been on quite the run, but we also have not seen the 20 MA cross above the 50 here for quite a while. So we're going to see if this 20 MA does continue to curl up here and cross above the 50. And if we can break above this 839 mark that we did previously sell off from, we did circle this one yesterday and went over this one. And then we are going to be trying to break above this previous sell-off point that we did have when we had our major sell-off at 997. So again, we're going to be trying to break above $10, in my opinion, to have a nice breakout point. But again, BNGO, a lot of volume has been coming in, and we could definitely see a potential breakout here with the 20 MA finally crossing above the 50 here. And again, we have been getting a little bit more volume recently, so we're going to see if this can continue. And again, with the EMA lines crossing above the MACD here, showing us that we could possibly continue on this breakout. Again, there's a lot of potential here. We're going to definitely have BNGO on the watch going into this month for those breakouts at $10. And again, the next one I'm going to go over is NNDM. NNDM, again, very risky because it has been selling off quite a bit recently, but however, it's very volatile. We could definitely have a huge breakout. We have the first breakout here at 935. This is where we previously did get rejected with this candle wick. We mentioned this yesterday. We did mention that the very conservative breakout point would be at 1160 because we did get our previous rejection point at this point, and we did have our continuation sell off at that point. So again, breaking above 1160 because also we did have our symmetric triangle back here that we did break out of before. Again, that was thinking that was in January. When we did break out, it looks like we are going to be trying to break above that point going into next month. So again, NNDM definitely on the watch for that 1160 mark for a conservative breakout point. And the last one I'm going to go over with you guys is my biased and my most favorite long play CCIV. We have been mentioning this one for the last 2.5 weeks or so. Honestly, throughout the last year, but not as much as far as talking about a long play quite yet. And we have been talking about this one since the huge sell-off that we did have when we had the huge sell-off in the whole market. We come down to around a 1750, and ever since around $18, I have been mentioning that I like CCIV as a long play at this point. So again, I am long on CCIV since $18. And we are going to be waiting for this one to break above this very key resistance that we had multiple bounces at. You can see we got rejections at this point. We got a huge bounce, and we also had a breakout and a rejection back here. Exactly at this point at 24.27. And if we can break above 24.27, our conservative breakout point would be at 33.02. In my opinion, like I said, I'm long on CCIV. My price target going into the end of the year is to break over $30, and going into the next year after that, in my opinion, by next summer, I want this one to break over $70, break into new highs, in my opinion. Lucid Motors is very bullish, in my opinion, and they're going to be competing with Tesla, and nobody else will be. And I promise you that there's going to be somewhat of a run coming into CCIV. Again, we have been talking about this one since $18. So again, we are along on this one. We have been talking about this one for quite a while, and we are continuing to break out. We're going to see if we can hold over that 24.27 mark again, and then break over that 33.02 mark. But again, these are my top 5 stocks as potential breakouts, but there are many other stocks, of course. There's a ton more. I'm going to be going over our weekly watch list tomorrow on our Sunday night countdown, as always. And also, if you guys are looking for all these penny stock breakouts throughout the day, again, go to instabulls.com, click Become a Bull, and then you guys can see all penny stock breakout alerts throughout the day during market hours, of course. And also, if you guys have been supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. Much love to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Breakfast with Bulls. We do this every Saturday. And again, our Sunday night countdown weekly watch list tomorrow. And also, if you guys do like this video, it does help other people find it, and it does help the channel grow. And I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.